We exist in a world woven with threads unseen, threads spun from ancient whispers and sealed with the most potent element known to existence: blood. For millennia, humanity has engaged in rituals, often obscured by layers of myth and religious dogma, to forge connections that transcend mortal understanding. These aren't mere ceremonies, they are deeply ingrained spiritual contracts, binding generations, dictating destinies, and subtly guiding souls through intricate karmic cycles. To truly understand our present, we must peel back the layers of these forgotten pacts, to grasp their hidden language, and in doing so, awaken the true potential of our own vibrational sovereignty. The story of our entanglement begins at the very dawn of consciousness, with the primordial force represented by the serpent. It's a symbol woven into the fabric of countless ancient cultures, not always as a harbinger of evil, but often as a potent emblem of life, creation, and transformation. Imagine early humans witnessing the shedding of skin, the cyclical renewal, the earthbound wisdom. They sought to align with this power, to harness its vital essence. This led to the first sacred acts, the earliest forms of communion. These moments weren't born from malice, but from a deep, instinctual yearning for connection, for guidance, for a bridge between the physical and the spiritual realms. Blood, the very lifeblood pulsing through our veins, became the ultimate offering, the most undeniable signature. It was believed to carry the essence of the self, the soul's unique frequency. When mingled, it was thought to create an unbreakable bond, a pact written not in ink, but in the very essence of life. This initial weaving of blood into ritual laid the foundation for everything that followed, a deep root connecting us to powers we've long forgotten. But this primal connection, this attempt to meld with a powerful force, held within it the seeds of something far more complex, a dance that would move from creation to something else entirely. And real quick, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos. Now let's keep going. With this foundation of blood pacts established, a profound inheritance began to take root within the very essence of humanity. It wasn't just the individuals who participated in these early rituals who were affected, but their descendants and their descendants' descendants. An unseen blood debt was being passed down, a karmic inheritance woven into our genetic code. Think of it like a complex inheritance, not of material wealth, but of energetic patterns, predispositions, and even spiritual burdens. These ancestral echoes aren't always obvious. They might manifest as recurring patterns in families, inexplicable fears, or talents that seem to come out of nowhere. It's the lingering energetic residue of those original pacts, subtly influencing choices and shaping experiences across generations. It's as if every drop of blood carries a faint whisper of the past, a story waiting to be deciphered. We carry the weight of these ancient agreements, whether we know it or not, a silent contract written in our DNA, dictating a portion of our path before we even arrive. But the nature of that inheritance began to shift, twisted by influences that sought to exploit this ancestral connection, turning a gift into a burden. This karmic inheritance, this unfolding of ancestral influence, wouldn't stay pure for long. As these powerful blood pacts permeated the generations, an external force, a malevolent intelligence, began to infiltrate the system. It saw the potency of these agreements, the direct line to the soul that blood provided, and it sought to corrupt it. This was the beginning of the inverted serpent, a perversion of the original life force, twisting divine archetypes into instruments of control. Imagine a beautiful, life-giving spring being deliberately poisoned. That's what happened to the sacredness of blood pacts. They were subtly distorted, their original intent of connection and empowerment warped into tools of subjugation and despair. This corruption wasn't a sudden, violent act, but an insidious infiltration, masked by layers of newly formed mythology and religious doctrine. The very symbols of life and regeneration were turned inward, becoming emblems of fear and entrapment. This dark artistry of inversion is what allowed the energetic patterns to become negative, creating a spiritual rot that weakened the soul's natural defenses. But understanding this inversion is only the first step. The mechanics of this binding, the very geometry of this spiritual trap, are even more intricate. We've seen how the sacredness of blood pacts became twisted, how the ancestral karma was inverted by a corrupting influence. Now we must delve into the precise mechanisms of this spiritual entanglement. This is where the concept of sanguine seals comes into play. These aren't physical stamps, but energetic imprints, patterns of force that lock souls into specific energetic frequencies and predetermined destinies. Think of it as a complex geometric lock, where specific angles, vibrations, and intentions are meticulously arranged to create a binding. These seals are forged through concentrated intent, channeled through the willing sacrifice of life force, and then imprinted onto the energetic blueprint of an individual or lineage. The geometry involved is not arbitrary. It's derived from specific cosmic alignments and resonant frequencies believed to have direct access to the soul's core. This geometric binding acts like a cage, shaping reality and limiting potential. It ensures that the karmic debts and the corrupted energies are perpetuated, creating a closed loop from which escape is seemingly impossible. But who are the architects of this intricate system, and what is their ultimate design? The intricate geometry of binding, the sanguine seals, points towards a structured hierarchy. These aren't chaotic forces. They operate with a clear chain of command, a hidden society pulling the strings. At the apex of this esoteric structure stand the Naga Lords, ancient entities who are masters of this serpentine energy and its applications. They are not merely mythical beings. They represent a profound force that has orchestrated these spiritual contracts since the earliest epochs of human civilization. These Naga Lords are thought to be far older than most recorded history, possessing a deep understanding of cosmic laws and the energetic architecture of reality. They are the original engineers of the blood pacts, meticulously crafting the systems that bind souls and perpetuate cycles. Their influence is subtle yet all-encompassing, operating through intermediaries and veiled initiation processes. Understanding their dominion is crucial because it reveals that our karmic challenges are not random occurrences, but the deliberate design of a structured, hierarchical power. But how does this ancient hierarchy maintain its grip across vast stretches of time and space, influencing even our physical being? The influence of the Naga Lords and their hidden hierarchy extends far beyond ancient rituals. It resonates directly within our own bodies, leaving its mark on our genetic makeup. This is the phenomenon of echoes in the bloodstream, the manifestation of genetic memory and its profound influence on our lives. It's a concept that links the spiritual realm directly to our physical form, suggesting that our DNA isn't just a biological code, but an energetic library of ancestral experiences and pacts. Imagine your DNA as a series of ancient scrolls, each containing the imprinted experiences of your ancestors. The blood pacts, the karmic debts, the energetic imprints, they are all encoded within this genetic blueprint. This is why we sometimes find ourselves drawn to certain patterns or repelled by others, why we may possess innate talents or carry unconscious fears that don't seem to have a direct origin in our own lives. These are the echoes of past agreements, the whispers of ancient contracts playing out through our inheritance. It's a powerful reminder that we are not isolated beings, but intricately connected threads in a much larger, older tapestry. But this tapestry is woven with cycles beyond our immediate grasp, cycles tied to celestial rhythms. The intricate dance of genetic memory and ancestral influence is deeply intertwined with powerful celestial rhythms, most notably the cycles of the moon. This connection reveals the potent role of the moon's blood, a metaphorical term for the amplified energetic forces available during specific lunar phases and how they've been harnessed in ancient rituals. The moon, with its gravitational pull and its symbolic association with the feminine and the subconscious, has always been a focal point for ritualistic power. During specific lunar events, like eclipses or full moons, the veil between dimensions thins and energies are believed to be amplified. Ancient mystics and those who forged the blood pacts understood this. They utilized these heightened energetic windows to imbue their seals with greater potency and to deepen the spiritual contracts. The moon's phases were not just markers of time, but energetic amplifiers, crucial to the success and binding power of sanguination rituals. This lunar synchronicity allowed the pacts to gain a foothold not just in the physical body, but in the subtle energetic fields that govern our consciousness and destiny. But what was the ultimate exchange, the hidden price for wielding such potent, moon-charged power? We've explored the geometric nature of binding, the ancestral echoes, and the lunar amplification of power. Now, we must confront the heart of the matter, the true cost of these rituals. The power gained through blood pacts, especially those amplified by lunar cycles, isn't free. It comes at a steep price, often involving explicit soul contracts that outline specific demands and consequences. These are not simply agreements, they are exchanges, a transaction of spiritual essence for temporal power or benefit. Imagine signing away a portion of your eternal essence for a fleeting worldly gain. This is the essence of these soul contracts. They are designed to bind the soul more firmly to the pact, ensuring compliance and perpetual energetically servicing. The Naga lords and their ilk don't offer power out of benevolence. They demand tribute, a draining of vital energy that perpetuates their own existence and influence. Understanding this Faustian bargain is critical because it reveals that the perceived advantages of these pacts are merely a gilded cage, a temporary illusion masking a long-term spiritual depletion. But what if the entities offering this power are not what they seem, and their true intention is far more deceptive? The entities orchestrating these soul contracts, those who offer power in exchange for essence, often present themselves in ways that are designed to deceive. They are the false saviors, offering an illusion of salvation or advancement that is, in reality, a deeper form of entrapment. Their offerings are carefully crafted to appeal to human desires and vulnerabilities, masking the true nature of their agenda. Think of a beautiful oasis that turns out to be a mirage, leading you further into a desolate wasteland. These false saviors promise solutions and power, but their true aim is to drain, to control, and to perpetuate the cycle of binding. They mimic divine energies, using sacred symbols and distorted truths to lure souls into their web. Their offerings are expertly designed to bypass critical thinking and tap directly into primal fears and aspirations. This deceptive strategy is crucial to their longevity, ensuring a constant influx of energy and a perpetuation of their influence. But how do these entities maintain such a convincing facade, and what language do they use to weave their spells? The method by which these false saviors gain such a grip on humanity lies in their mastery of manipulation, their adeptness at wielding the serpent's tongue. This isn't just about eloquent speech, it's about a sophisticated use of language designed to distort truth, sow confusion, and erode critical thinking. Their words are finely tuned psychological weapons, crafted to bypass logic and appeal directly to the subconscious. The serpent's tongue speaks in a dualistic manner, weaving half-truths and seductive promises with subtle threats and fear-mongering. It exploits cognitive biases, uses loaded language, and creates an environment where questioning is seen as disloyalty or ignorance. This linguistic manipulation is a core component of their strategy to keep souls bound to the pacts, ensuring that any awakening is stifled before it can truly take hold. By controlling the narrative and dictating the terms of understanding, they ensure that their influence remains unchallenged. But this manipulation isn't confined to individuals. It extends to the collective, shaping entire societies. The manipulative artistry of the serpent's tongue, the deceptive promises of false saviors, has had a profound impact not just on individuals, but on entire civilizations. We see the manifestation of pacts of nations, where societal binding occurs through collective bloodlines and shared energetic agreements. These are the grander, more encompassing contracts that shape the destiny of entire peoples. Imagine a nation's core identity being forged not just through shared history and culture, but through ancient, often unacknowledged, blood pacts. These pacts can create collective karma, binding populations to specific energetic patterns and historical trajectories. They can manifest as societal obsessions, recurring national traumas, or deeply ingrained cultural biases that seem to defy rational explanation. The influence of these collective pacts is immense, shaping geopolitical landscapes and influencing societal evolution on a scale that is often overwhelming. But the reach of serpentine influence doesn't end with nations. It continues to whisper in our modern lives, often in ways we least expect. Even in our current, technologically advanced era, the ancient patterns of serpentine influence persist. They are no longer confined to dusty scrolls or grand temples, but have adapted, manifesting as the whispering serpents of modern times. These are the subtle, often insidious forces that continue to perpetuate the cycles of binding and manipulation in contemporary society. These modern manifestations can be found in various forms, in the pervasive narratives of mainstream media, in the subtle control mechanisms of societal structures, and even in the energetic imprints left by mass events and collective consciousness shifts. The whispering serpents operate through suggestion, through the amplification of base desires and fears, and through the constant barrage of information designed to distract and disorient. They are the unseen currents that guide thought and behavior, ensuring that the old pacts continue to exert their silent, unseen pressure on our lives. But the influence is not purely energetic or psychological. It has tangible, physical implications. The influence of these whispering serpents, the subtle manipulation woven into the fabric of modern life, has profound implications for our physical existence. It manifests as the veil of the flesh, a tangible representation of the pacts that not only influence our minds and spirits, but also our very bodies. Our physical forms become repositories and amplifiers of these ancient agreements. Think of the flesh as a living temple, inscribed with the energetic residues of past pacts. Genetic predispositions to certain illnesses, unusual physical characteristics, or even the aging process can, in some deeper understandings, be influenced by these ingrained energetic patterns. The physical body becomes a canvas upon which the spiritual contracts are painted, a living testament to the enduring power of these ancient bindings. It highlights how deeply intertwined our physical reality is with the esoteric forces that have been at play for millennia. But this physical entanglement is often part of a larger, more cyclical phenomenon. The physical manifestations of the pacts, the way our very flesh can bear the marks of ancient agreements, often serves a larger cyclical purpose. This purpose is the perpetuation of the serpent's cage, the intricate cycle of reincarnation that keeps souls bound and experiencing the same energetic loops. The physical form is merely one facet of this overarching structure of containment. Reincarnation, when viewed through this lens, is not necessarily a natural progression for the soul's growth, but a carefully constructed mechanism designed to keep souls returning to the same energetic patterns and unfulfilled lessons. The blood pacts, the karmic debts, and the corrupted energies are all designed to ensure that the soul re-enters the cycle, perpetually working through the same karmic debris. It's a form of energetic recycling, designed to feed the system rather than facilitate true liberation. But within this pervasive cage, there exists a path to freedom, a way to break these ancient chains. We have navigated the intricate structures of the serpent's cage, the cycles of reincarnation, and the physical veils that bind us. Now, the essential question arises: how do we reclaim our spiritual sovereignty from these ancient, powerful forces? The answer lies in a deliberate and conscious effort to break the sanguine chain, to sever the energetic ties that have bound generations. This process requires not just an intellectual understanding, but a deep, visceral commitment to unraveling these inherited patterns. It involves understanding the nature of the pacts, acknowledging the karmic debts, and actively choosing to live in vibrational alignment with our true, authentic selves. It means recognizing the illusions of the false saviors and reclaiming the power that has been siphoned away. Breaking the sanguine chain is an act of spiritual defiance, a declaration of independence from ancient manipulation. But the final revelation, the ultimate truth unlocked by this process, is not found in resistance, but in cessation. Having embarked on the journey of reclaiming sovereignty and the arduous task of breaking the sanguine chain, we arrive at a profound and often unsettling final revelation, the serpent's silence. This silence is not an absence of sound, but a profound lack of the energetic noise and manipulation that has dictated so much of our experience. It is the quiet that follows the storm, the peace that descends when the illusions dissolve. The serpent's silence represents the ultimate truth of awakening. It's the realization that the power we sought externally, the solutions offered by false saviors, were never truly needed. The binding, the manipulation, the cycles themselves are constructs that lose their power when we cease to engage with them. True sovereignty isn't found in battling the serpent, but in transcending its influence entirely, in realizing that its power was always reliant on our participation. This silence is the space where true liberation resides, an unburdened state of being. Make sure to subscribe for more videos and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. We'll see you in the next one.